Oops, on button. Oh, dokie dokie okie. Dokie okie okie dokie. Nope, that's the wrong one. Bear with me today, people. And thank you for being patient. Okay. Oh, yesterday. But first, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be there? Would you be our neighbor? I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart today. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Bum, 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 down in my heart. Bum, 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 down in my heart. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. Hmm. Oh, what? I hope everybody's still there. Okay, good. I don't know what I just did. Okay. Yeah, everybody's still here. Oh, see, it's not even saving. Okay, there we go. Okay. Whew. Ooh, a little stressed, so if you don't mind. If I gave you my love, I tell you what I do. I expect a whole lot of love out of you. Oh, you got to be good to me. I'm gonna be good to you. There's a whole lot of things you and I could do. Oh, yeah, yeah. What about the way you love me? Simply beautiful. Bum, 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 bum. Simply beautiful. Da, da. What about the way you love me? Ah, 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 the way you squeeze me. Ah, is just simply, simply beautiful. Thank you for bearing. It has been a good day today. This is the BAM! P, new construction. Oh, excuse me. Smart Energy Home, how to buy new construction. As we show you how to move from home to home, apartment to home, or if it's your time to move to a home. And we also discuss existing homes. Today, I would like to discuss some of the feedback I had when I spoke to some agents about educating home buyers so they could become investors. And me personally, I still am naive to see the difference. If you're an investor and you go look at a home, what's the difference from you being a home buyer and going to look at a home? Otherwise, you can go pay the investor's fee for the home. If you're buying a home new construction, that is a start from new construction. However, if you're buying a home that's already existing, you can actually, and you know what? And you can actually buy your new construction home like a like an investor. Because the way you can buy your new construction home like an investor, let's just say if you called a guy by the name of WA and you say, I want to buy my new construction home like an investor. And what we would do is we would work together to put you with a whole bunch of other buyers so that it could be one massive home build, regardless of where you're building. And that's how you can do it working with a new construction company. You could ask them, how would I buy my home like an investor? And that basically just means that when you buy your home or build your home, you would already have equity built in. Okay, let's say I was at a great show, a very, very, very good show. A guy by the name of Mark Moppin was nice enough to do at a church. And the great thing about it was he was telling people about being investors. And someone asked, you know, what do you think about buying a home from an investor or buying my own home or renting? And what was said by a young lady in the crowd, which I just gave, the classic Arsenio Hall fist bump to, the root, 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 root moment, was I was just in love and happiness. Wow. Because the young lady happened to mention that, you can buy the investor's home and still purchase a home with equity in it, or you can actually buy the home yourself. There are great programs that I found out about over nearly 20 years ago. Let's see, it's been 20 years. And I was trying to find it and find out about it, and it's finally here. Yay! You know how you see all those shows where people are doing rehab jobs on homes? I'm really thinking that some of those probably utilize what is called, and if you're a loan mortgage officer, or if you happen to need assistance with this product, you can call us and we could share one of our great friends that you can call, and it's called a 203K. So what you want to, if you're going to be buying a home sometime soon or in the near future, and you're buying an existing home, ask about a 203K. And what a 203K allows you to do is to purchase your home and also do repairs on your home. So you can literally buy your home and fix it so it is your dream home if it needs some work. Now, I have to admit, I am not excited if you happen to find a home with a 203K and it has water damage. I am a little skeptical because I'm always concerned about water damage. However, that's your own personal thoughts. Water damage is basically this. If you smell it, it's all the way through the house. And what that means is if you can smell that mold or smell that wet smell, that means it's in all your walls, all your structures, all the floors, it's in everything. And that more than likely means you're gonna have to tear out a lot of plaster or drywall. Now, I'm not saying that it cannot be done. Just be prepared that you may have to tear it all the way down to the studs and actually even replace some studs. I still will tell the story always of I have a very good friend who married a wonderful woman, and there was some sewage damage in the basement, and the house wasn't properly cleaned up. And years later, my friend's wife is no longer with us because of that. And you don't want to have any of your friends, family members, or even the people after you to buy your home or you buy that home and have mold issues. If you're going to buy a home, I tell everyone, people, I was speaking to a young lady yesterday, and she was mentioning that she had to spend $500 to get her home looked at. And I was like, oh, was it for an appraisal? And she said, yes. And at first I thought it was for a home inspection. And I said, oh, everybody, you always need to get a home inspection. Then I found out it was for an appraisal. And with it being for an appraisal, that makes it even better because that's just someone making sure you get all the value of your actual structure. And those are the things that are very, very important. An appraisal comes in so handy because then you're able to verify the value that you're paying, and not only value the value you're paying, you know what the bank will actually pay if you bought it free and clear and wanted to get a mortgage on the property. And if you were getting a mortgage, you would know what your home is valued at or property is valued at so you can purchase it. Because normally you have, what is it like, wow, I didn't know Ronald Reagan was on wow, that many movies. Wow. Anyway, watching the Grit channel, the old westerns. Let's see. So I have a very, call me naive, call me a moron, call me anything, but definitely call me. The classic is I've been asking people about creating something as turning the regular home buyer into an investor buyer. And I guess that's what I keep asking people. And I've heard it said that if you found something that you're trying to get somebody else to do and nobody else wants to do it, I guess that means you're supposed to do it. So now I have taken on the task. And this afternoon, I will be speaking with someone from a national investment group. Uh, and I will be running their Detroit branch. And we will be discussing not just investment in properties as far as portfolios, which I do purchase, multifamilies, which I do purchase, apartment buildings, which I do purchase, single family homes, which I do purchase. We will be discussing all of that. And we will be discussing how to turn the regular home buyer, even if it's your first home, into an investor home buyer. What's the difference between you going to a home buyer's course class for someone and them showing you how to get your home? And see, normally those home buyer courses are only for if the home is completely finished. We're going to do a home buyer's course if you want to buy your home and actually get work done on it for you to actually even live in it with the 203K program as an example, where we now turn the regular home buyer into an investor home buyer. So now you as a regular Joe or Joanne or Josie or John can buy your home just like an investor. And you would all that would happen is imagine this. Okay, here's the funny part. They keep telling you you can't buy your home like an investor. However, if you actually go to look at a home and you're not the only person looking at the home, what's the difference between you looking at the home to buy the home and an investor actually out buying you when you try to buy the home? So, and if investor is going to outbuy you on your home, why can't you outbuy the investor on the investor home? And you get the great deal and you build your home with equity in it for your family and for generations to come. What's wrong with that? I don't think anything is wrong with that. I think that is a very, very, very sound idea. So that's what we're going to be doing. And in this national group, we talk about investment buying and we talk about how to buy your property right. So if you're buying your property right, that's going to include if you're buying it like for an investment property, if you're going to buy it for you to live in or rent out. They act like you have to buy your home wrong if you're buying the home to live in. If you happen to buy a home that's completely the way you want it, then there's nothing wrong with paying what that person might want for it. But then if you're actually buying a home and you can still they have the exact home you want, what's wrong with still buying that home like an investor and still getting a great buy on your home? That is what this is all about. And the young lady was asking, well, and she was saying that if you buy your home from the investor, you're going to pay, they took the time and the money and invested to actually build that home and work on that home to get it done. So, of course, you have to pay their additional fees. However, if you actually do it yourself, and see, here's a thing that people don't understand. Investors are not always hands on. A lot of investors, just like my friend Mark mentioned yesterday, have a great general contractor to work with. And like I mentioned, I can always point you out to great friends to work with. So the thing is, whether you're looking to actually buy an existing or you're going to buy new construction, always buy right. If you're buying existing, maybe you can actually find an existing structure that might be below market value. You buy it, find a great general, what do you call it? A great general contractor that's not been supervised, but what's the word? It's watched over and confirmed and references, and have them assist you in building or in refinishing your home. And you could actually get the colors and everything you want. Because it's great if you walk in, because okay, let's say it this like this. If you happen to be walking out on the market and you see the exact home you want and it's for sale, and the great part about it is nobody else knows about it, you better make a bid on it or partner, it's gonna be gone. So what you want to do is do the same thing. Think like an investor. Think about spending your money wisely, not just spending your money. So that's my 2 cents for the day. This has been the BAM Beep Smart Energy Home Show. How to buy smart homes, new construction. Brought to you by PCF Home and W.A. Boykin II. You know, if you're thinking about living in Florida, we have a couple of great choices for you. Perhaps in Punta Gorda, we have great options such as the Joshua Tree for under $300,000. And that home actually has a balcony. And that price actually includes the house and the actual lot complete. As well as we have the same and for you, a lot for you in Port Charlotte. You can buy that home complete under $300,000 with the Joshua Tree, a beautiful home with a balcony on the second level. We can also put that home for you for less than that if you're looking to move to either Arkansas in 42 Amazon Way in Hot Springs Village, Pennsylvania at 438 Winterberry Way in Pennsylvania in Hazel Township, in Michigan at 632 North 24th Street in Buena Vista Township. Yay, we've got our Michigan contractors. Yay. So, or if you're thinking about going out to California, we have just spoken to a wonderful contractor in the San Jose area. If you're listening, Mr. Jackson, the meeting was a success. Thank you very much for your time. It's greatly appreciated, and we look forward to the fruition of much business. And that's in the San Jose, Modesto, Sacramento area, as well as I was introduced to someone to work that works as a general contractor in the uh, Inland Empire area, which is Riverview and San Bernardino County in beautiful California. Here I come, right back where we started from, right back to California. Yes, we're now going to be able to create beautiful homes for you and for your family in California. You know, I had to realize I probably sound salesy sometimes because I watch so much TV and I look like, may sound like an old commercial, but hey, that's just what I do. So let's see, where else do, oh, also, let's see, did I forget any? How can I forget about good old Nashville? You know, I forgot about Nashville and Shelbyville, and that's off in Tennessee. And we're building now in Middle Tennessee. Happy to say, you know, Tennessee whiskey. And I have to admit, I am partial to Jack Daniels. I haven't drank any as of late. I'm not going to fake the funk, though. I do like my Jack Daniels. So let's see, where are we? Oh, so whether you're building in Tennessee, California, Michigan, or Florida, we are lovingly excited to create that new construction for you. That's what we're talking about. So thank you very much for taking your time today, listening to us. We'd like to say thanks for the memories. Today you listened to our show, but now it's time to go. It's been a good day. We've made our way. We'll see about how we'll see how good is tomorrow. So we thank you so much. We thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a good week and have a good life. Take care of yourself. Take care of your community. Take care of your families. Bye bye.